Welcome to the Food and Wine channel. And this morning I'm standing next to Mr. Andy Nold, the operations director of the Newmark Hotel Group. And we are at the beautiful establishment fit for the Queen Victoria Hotel. Welcome, Andy.
And welcome to you, Zoe.
What a pleasure. Andy, could you just give us a brief history? Who is Andy and what is your role with the hotel?
Right, Andy has been in the hotel business since 1976, I think it is. So
Wow.
I've been involved with the industry right from the beginning. I'm a product of the system, so I came out of the hotel school system, and for many years now, one of our main goals is to give back into that system to develop young people, and that's one of the primary functions in terms of operating our business, is to develop people within the industry and keep the flow of people going and moving up within our hotels.
I hear that you are a people's person, you are into development and growth. But then just a step back, tell us about the hotel. What are the special offerings that you have and the unique proposition that this hotel gives compared to all other hotels?
Right, the Queen Victoria Hotel specifically is the last property we developed within the waterfront. Our footprint in the waterfront is big. We've got 5 revenue generating properties, which is the Queen Victoria Hotel, which we started and opened in 1990.
Yes.
Dockhouse in 2008. And
Is Dockhouse the place we are in
we're
now?
We're standing in the garden at
Oh,
Dockhouse.
beautiful.
The only green spot in the entire waterfront. The rest of it is all concrete, and so we're standing on a very significant and important lawn that goes back to about 160 years now, the heritage.
What an honor.
And this was the house traditionally of the harbour master who ran Cape Town in those days.
Wow.
And then in 2011, we've always believed in the footprint of the waterfront. We've done business here for many years. We believe in it, and when we had the opportunity to develop the Queen Victoria Hotel around about the World Cup in 2010, we eventually opened it as a top 5-star hotel in April 2011.
Wow.
And point of difference really, it's a redeveloped property, which were offices. So it's 2 buildings which were joined. We gutted the building, respected the Georgian outlook, very much the facade.
Yes.
We wanted to keep that, and built a magnificent boutique 5-star hotel with an excellent dining facility in a serene part of the waterfront. I think up
Yes.
here on Portswood Ridge, we are the hustle and bustle of the waterfront. We hear it, it's around us, the seagulls, we see the big wheel, but we're a little bit above it, and it's a little Garden of Eden that we offer our guests.
It really is. My word for the hotel when I came in was serene, and that's exactly how I felt. Even in the hustle and bustle, it's like a small hideaway in a busy environment. Andy, you have mentioned again the word growth, develop our people. Talking about that, just tell me a bit. What has been your role with regards to the Cape Legends Inter-Hotel Challenge?
Right, we go back right to the beginning. I've known Annette Kessler for many years. I think from her editorship of the Fair Lady magazine, going back most probably
wonderful?
25 years. Yeah,
Wow.
and we kind of reconnected. It must have been a year and a half ago when they brought the concept to us. The hotel, Queen Victoria Hotel, was brand new. We'd opened a very fine dining, deluxe fine dining restaurant, and she felt there was an opportunity for us to get involved. And of course, I straight away jumped at it. I saw the opportunity. I very strongly believe in the concept of the challenge.
Yes.
It's not called a competition, because
Yes.
if it's a competition, I think things become ugly, and there are sometimes the wrong reasons for why the competition is on. And the word challenge really was about developing somebody who never had the background or the opportunity financially, family-wise, or support-wise, education-wise,
Yes.
to develop themselves, and that was the hook for me. And absolutely taking somebody who's got the dream and the passion and the drive to want to get to the top in the chefing industry, but never had the opportunities.
Wow.
And it's empowerment in the true sense of the word, as opposed to the political sense.
Wow. It's been beautiful for you, because last year you got one of your candidate chefs got a very beautiful prize, Tabit Adams.
Yes, absolutely.
And now this year again you have an opportunity to put Marcelini and Moyo as your candidate sommelier.
Absolutely.
Are the guys ready for the challenge then?
Yeah, I think they definitely are. I think Marcelino's got the advantage we were talking about earlier on, because I think life in this business is about mentoring. And you're asking a little bit about my role. A lot of the functions that I do is mentoring to the managers like Mike you would have met earlier on, and the other managers
Yes.
in our group. It's kind of showing leadership, mentoring, developing people all along on a best practice and our kind of family culture that we apply.
Yes.
And certainly Marcelino has got the advantage of having Tabit. You're having a full online direct access to a guy who succeeded last year and also
Yes.
understands the difficulties from last year and
Yeah.
maybe where we could improve. You know, the analogy I often give is that in the 1995 World Cup when Joel Stansfield scored that drop kick, that ball came out of a scrum, and that was the machine, that was the background. And I think in these kind of events, it really isn't just about the young cook. It's got to have that support,
Yes.
full support.
Yes.
And we would have learned things last year.
Yeah.
And certainly having we're very, very proud of to be coming third last year with our little brand new 5-star hotel going up against the top brands in Cape Town. I'm talking about the real top brands, some of them international brands. We're very proud of our achievement, and we would have learned a lot out of maybe some of the tricks or just being a bit smarter and definitely the engine room
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Tapit advising Marcelino. And
Yeah.
it's a long process,
It's a long process.
which is 12 months just about. Yeah.
And what would be your words of advice, firstly, to the candidates? Just briefly, guys, this is what you should do. Number 2, look into that camera and tell your competitors.
Right, I think the advice really is about the basics. So apply the basics, and it's not a passe Olympic Games kind of comment saying, you know, rather compete than win. But I think we must understand that we definitely don't expect our youngster to win. So he's not
Yes.
under that pressure where the owners and directors and his head chef are saying you've got to win.
Yes.
There's no apology for coming third or fourth or whatever it is. So
Yes.
I think that's very, very important. So we want to compete, but we certainly, the message to him is you use everything at your disposal. You've got a company behind you, you've got a very strong development, learning culture behind you. So use it and suck it up and go there and give it your very, very best shot.
Wonderful,
And also I want
wonderful.
our youngsters to always look the best. I'm from the old school. I think chefs should wear hats, chefs should have clean uniforms, they should have hand towels, etc. And I'm a strong believer in the basics to have that cornerstone to really then work forward and then achieve. But there's no pressure for victory
pressure.
at all, no.
No pressure.
But we're holding thumbs.
You're holding thumbs, I'm
And-
holding thumbs with you as well. And just 2 words to your competitors.
Well, the Cape Town hotels know us, and the ones from upcountry, beware.
Beware, you had it for yourself. And to you candidates, there's Mr. Nold saying to you, stick to the basics. You come from a learning and empowered culture. There's no pressure on you, and just go out there and be your best. Thank you so much, Mr. Nold, for being with us today, and it's indeed been a wonderful time to talk to you.
Thank you, Zoe, and I really thank you for giving us the opportunity and making the time, and I really hope that you do well with your venture. I'm kind of very happy to see what you're doing and
Thank
surprised.
you.
I think it's a fantastic initiative that you're doing and developing people not in the hotel industry but in the film
Media, yeah.
industry. And I think
Thank you so
it's
much.
amazing what you're doing. I
Thank
think we've got
you.
common ground.
Oh, thank you so much.